timeless personal growth and development. And today we'll be talking about Alpha Dad Mindset. It'll be episode 17. Talking about the difference in dads. Difference meaning when you become a father, or you've been a father for a long time, you create a certain identity, or you decide what kind of dad you want to be. And that can mean many different things. I read a book called The Boy Crisis by Warren Farrell, and it talks about the importance of dads. And dads themselves will have put different value into their own identity as a father. So one mindset as what a dad can be is, well, I'm a dad, I gotta provide for my kids, so I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna be out of the house, and I'm gonna work hard, and I'm gonna get that promotion, and I'm gonna earn 6 figures a year and make a lot of money. I may not be home very much, but my kids are well provided for. We have a $500,000 home, but they're okay. They don't get a lot of, my time and my attention. They don't have a strong relationship with me, but I provide for them, and that's okay, and that's fine. What I like to call an ATM dad. You see him very rarely, but wow, he provided a country home for you, provided a big house for you, provided a future for you, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But it's not exactly what kids need. And then you go onto the other side, or the other side of dad identity, which is more of an identity that I identify with, is the engaged father. Not working, not a doctor, not a lawyer, not working 60 hours a week, may not live in the $500,000 home, but he's there every night for dinner, every single night. He's there for the things that matter. He puts his kids to bed. He sees his kids in the morning. He goes to work every day, but he gets holidays off. He has weekends off that he has time to spend with his kids. He's got Christmas off. He may not be earning as much as the other dads are, the other high-paying dads. Maybe. He may not bring in as much money. But there's something of value he is bringing, and that's his time. And like I said, that this is more the identity that I identify with, is I want to give my son my time. Yes, I gotta go to work, I gotta make a living, but I have no intention of working 70, 80 hours a week and being dead and exhausted and only being able to come home and see my son sleeping. And then I wake up, and then I gotta go do the same rat race, being in the same hamster wheel over and over again, working 80 hours a week over and over, and not really having that window of time to actually spend with your kids. And there's this concept in psychology, I forget the actual term for it, but we strive to achieve what we lacked in our childhood. For example, someone who grew up in poverty wants to grow up and make up for that. So they build a business, become a millionaire, earn a lot of money, earn a great living, so they don't have to or ever worry about poverty again, something that maybe traumatized them in childhood. They try to make up for that by achieving what they lacked in childhood and making up for it in adulthood. So someone who grew up in poverty will try and make up for that by earning a good living and building a strong business and bringing in 6 figures a year. And for me, what lacked for me was a father figure. Wasn't really It wasn't really about money or anything like that. It was about an actual fatherly presence in a home. That's what I lacked. So now that I'm in that adulthood, that now that I'm in fatherhood myself, I try to make up for that by being home as much as possible. Balance my life with work, socializing as much as possible, but prioritizing my time at home with my child. Because that's, to me, that's the priority. Of course. And yes, it is important to provide for your kids, of course. But like I said in the beginning of this video, is that all fathers will have a different perspective, a different identity of what they want to achieve, what they want to bring to the table. Some fathers grew up in poverty, so they want to make sure their kids don't grow up like that. That they grow up having things are well provided for, having a nice home, having nice clothes. Dad drives a nice car, going to an expensive school. For some dads, that's what's important, and there's nothing wrong with that. Man, nothing wrong with living in a $500,000 home. You know, working 80 hours a week. But then some dads, like me, for example, prioritize more time. Because time is the one thing you can never, ever get back. Like, oh, well, you missed the last 9 Christmases. Well, you missed the last 8 birthdays because you were working and been super busy. I value time. I only get one shot at being a dad for my son. I ain't gonna screw it up, and that's the part that I value. I don't necessarily like going out and working all the time. Yes, I have to, but there are times where just like, man, I just want to sit at home, spend time with my son. And when I know that I got a busy week, but I know that I got a few days off at the end of the week, I take advantage of that. The time that I was not there was at work. I take advantage of the fact that I got a few days off. And I prioritize my son above all things. So it's all based on your priorities. Not that those priorities are good or bad. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own set of priorities. So you ask yourself, if you're a dad yourself, you prioritize being an ATM dad? Or do you value time? There's no wrong answer. But, think about it like this. Can you remember the last time a kid or kid that you've heard of, told their friends, wow, my dad is so cool and so awesome. Wow. He makes $500,000 a year. He's never home to spend time with me, but that's okay. I got a nice car. That's okay. I got a nice home. That's okay. I get to go on expensive vacations 3 times a year. I get to spend 0 time with my dad because he's so busy, but that's okay. No kid has said that ever. Because what kids do want, they do want that time, that connection with their dad. They do. But it all depends on the dad's priority on what they want to bring to the table. But you got to think about what your kids want too. What do your kids want and what do they need? They need time with their father too. You need that healthy balance. So you ask yourself, you want to be an ATM dad or do you want to be a time engaged dad? And on that note, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. Do me a big favor, like, subscribe. Alpha Dad Mindset, timeless personal growth and development. I'll see you all in the next one.